Hello and welcome to the Tongue of the Trees channel. I'm Elizabeth Ashley, the Secret Healer, and I understand you come here today because you want to know what is Ylang-ylang Essential Oil good for. Well, you've come to the right place. I am a clinical aromatherapist with over 25 years professional experience. I'm an author of the Secret Healer series of books, of which there are over 20. I am the UK director of the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapists, and importantly for this video, I am the co-creator of the Tongue in the Trees cards. Now these cards are about the emotional aspects of the oil. We're not going to talk about that at all. We're only going to talk about how ylang-ylang affects the physical body. And what do I mean by that? I mean this. Not how it affects our mind, not how it affects our emotions or even our spiritual journey, which to my mind aromatherapy is the very best thing at doing that. After we've talked about the physical properties, we're only going to focus on that today. I'd like to invite you to another video which is hosted on my website, where I talk about all of those things, as well as the safety and how to use Ylang-ylang Essential Oil. But excuse me, I just wanted to answer your question of what it's good for today about the physical body. And I'm going to use my book as notes. And if you do come across to the video, I'll also tell you how you can get this book for free. As you can see, it's quite the tome. It's worth having. But ylang-ylang, I'm guessing that you have a bottle. If you don't, you must get it just to experience how beautiful, sweet and light the fragrance is. And did you know it's a Madagascar tree, and the name ylang-ylang means flower of flowers, and it kind of looks a bit like a lily. And I think there's 3 different types of ylang-ylang, but the essential oil is taken from the yellow flowers on the tree. I think you can get pink and maybe white, definitely pink, but I think white, but it's always taken from the yellow one. And yeah, it's very heady, very euphoric, and as you can imagine, it really affects the brain in special ways, but it also affects the physical body profoundly. Some essential oils are more emotional, but eucalyptus, ylang-ylang excuse me, is very, very physical. So it has a real effect on the heart. So if you have rapid heartbeats, if you have palpitations, if you've had shock and your heart's going over and over and over and over again, then ylang-ylang is super at calming that down. And so by extension, fantastic for blood pressure. Now, I did have a scare, I don't know how long ago now, maybe 3 years ago. And I went to the opticians, and you know how they take a picture of the back of your eye? You could see that there was a bulge in one of the veins. And she said, oh, I think you need to go to see your doctor. I think you must have very, very high blood pressure. So I need you to get that down because that's bulging against your eye. So I did. I went to see the doctor, and for some reason my blood pressure had gone sky high. So she said, well, I better give you some medication. I said, give me a fortnight to get that down myself. She went, oh, I don't know. I said, all right, give me a week. I'll come back in a week, and if it hasn't come down by then, I will let you give me tablets. Okay, she said, that's a deal. But if you start to feel ill, you must come back and see me first. So I said, fine. So I went and got myself one of those blood pressure monitors. And I simply wore like an aroma pendant around my neck with a drop of ylang-ylang in. And I'll explain in a minute why. But if you use too much ylang-ylang, you get headaches. So I was alternating. So I'd have like a few hours with ylang-ylang, and then I'd swap and have a few hours with clary sage and swap back to ylang-ylang. And I went back in the week, and she looked at me and she went, I'm going to take that again. I said, what do you mean? She says, I'm going to take that again because I don't believe that reading. And I said, well, why? And she went, well, I've never seen blood pressure come down like that before. And I said, well, it's the oil. She went, well, that's absolutely fantastic. I said, do I need tablets? She went, no, it's a bit low if anything. So ylang-ylang is absolutely fantastic for blood pressure. But please see the doctor. Do not rely on the essential oils as a reason why your blood pressure is high. And likewise, same thing if you are breathing too fast, and we're probably talking about shock again, aren't we? Can't stop it. Ylang-ylang will bring it down. So you can start to see a picture, can't you, emerging of what sort of things. So if somebody's suffering from fright, and I don't mean like, yes, it is anxiety, but something has really frightened somebody, and you know they're really showing fear. It will calm them, but it will also calm their physical manifestations of it. And actually, one of the things I learned recently, how does that make you feel? Yeah, you feel calmer, but your whole body can feel the change when ylang-ylang exerts its pressure. You know, you don't just mentally feel calmer, you can feel everything going slower. It slows everything down. Has a definite balancing action generally. It brings things back to normal, to equilibrium. And so I've always used it in skincare. So if you are somebody who has, which I have to say, mine's gone now, but it took me till I was about 45 to lose it. Do you have the greasy T-zone? So that's combination, isn't it? It's dry here, it's grimy here, it's grimy here, it's grimy here. I had always had spots there when I was a kid. Well, ylang-ylang balances that all out. So you get, so this is more nourished, this is drier. Yeah, so it balances out the combination. So it's really very helpful. So if like, I think we often talk about rose or frankincense being good for dry skin, but not everybody has a completely dry face, do they? You know, different things work in different ways. Well, ylang-ylang is the perfect oil to go for that. And if you've watched my vetiver video, you'll know how I feel about aphrodisiac oils. I'm very partial. Vetiver is deliciously aphrodisiac, so is ylang-ylang. Blend those two together, luscious. So if you are feeling like you just want some intimate moments, amazing. But also in the same way, if you feel like you are not in the mood and you need to be in the mood for some reason, then yeah, you know, there's lots of situations in life, isn't there? Let's not make like a light of it. There's lots of situations in life that make you feel like you do not want to have sex. You might have had a baby, you might have been raped, you might be suffering from depression, you might be grieving, you might hurt. You know, there's lots of reasons why the brain just don't want to go there. Ylang-ylang goes, come on, go on, come on. And moves you over there. So that's very, very useful physical medicine. Or is it physical medicine? Is it emotional? Is it mental? You see how they all come together. Now, there's no room on this video for that. So I will invite you to come across to my website and take part in the masterclass. So we're going to talk about emotional, mental, physical, no, we're doing physical, spiritual aspects of ylang-ylang. You know, how how we can use it on our journey back to ourselves. You know, our entire life sometimes can be, we're worried about what people think about us, we're trying to do things to conform, we're trying to run our lives looking after everybody else. How do we look after ourselves, you know? And I really genuinely don't think there's a better tool for that than essential oils to help you have those conversations with yourself, really, and to make those psychological changes. So that's what we talk about in there. But we also talk about safety. Now, that's very important with ylang-ylang. Some essential oils like chamomile, vetiver, very easy to use. Ylang-ylang, I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being impossible to use it without getting yourself into trouble, as in it's a hazardous oil, I would say this is a sort of a 5 or a 6. You need to know how to use it. It's easy when you know how, and we are going to cover that in that video. Also, I haven't really talked about it. In fact, I don't know if I showed you how beautiful that card is. You can see delight. There's your aphrodisiac note, if ever there was one. I don't have a visual bone in my body, so my co-creator Gergle Halodi is very good at making things look visually beautiful. I wasn't involved in any of the design, except do I like it? Yeah, I like it. That'll do. But I wrote the poems that come in the book, and these are as if the essential oil is talking to you. How the oil can communicate with you to help you to feel better about yourself and to help you through those challenges. So we'll talk about that in the video. But like I say, I don't do visual. He's got a better eye than I have. He has also got a better nose than I have. So I can blend essential oils, obviously. It's been my job for a long time, but I wouldn't say I was spectacular at it. And where he has a better eye than me, he also has a better nose than me. So I've tricked him by writing all of the notes and leaving that blank for him to write about what essential oils blend well with ylang-ylang, because I'm going to steal that knowledge. But I'm going to give it to you in the next, what the notes he gives me, I will pass on to you in the next video. So if you want to access it, if you look at the description below, you'll see a link to it. As I say, it's free again. It's just on my video. It's just put in a different place with a different focus. You will also, apart from the masterclass, gain access to 4 important things. First of all, I will show you how to download this book for free. As you can see, it is quite the textbook. It's worthwhile having if you have an interest in oils, and I will show you how to do that. We're going to talk a lot more about the tongue in the trees cards, how we use these for emotional and mental and spiritual healing, but also importantly, where can you get them? So I'm going to talk to you about the distributor that we've chosen. Very good friends of ours who are also tremendous essential oil dealers. And so if you decide, I'm very interested in what I've learned about ylang-ylang, I don't have a ylang-ylang, then you can order the ylang-ylang with the oils and save on some shipping. Finally, if you are the kind of person who thinks, I really am fascinated to know that, I think I want to know how to make an aphrodisiac, or I want to know how to make a cream for combination skin, but I don't know how, I've really still not confident doing that, I'm going to show you how you can access a video we'll go through together, and I'll go, right, we'll have that many drops of that many drops of that, and we will stir it up together, and I'll show you which carrier oils I use so that together we can create some really good products. Now, if you are someone who is selling Young Living ylang-ylang essential oil, or doTERRA ylang-ylang essential oil, obviously jump on these masterclasses, because not only we're going to talk about all the different ways of getting inside your customer's head to sell more ylang-ylang essential oil, but also the safety, so that you really become really good at not only using it but selling it. You know, this is your business. It relies on you having this kind of acumen, and I have been doing it for a long time, so hopefully I can teach you a thing or two about it. Now, there are 56 of these cards, so therefore 56 masterclasses. So there's a lot of free content to be had. Now, if you want to learn from somebody who knows what they're doing, I'm the right person to come to about aromatherapy. I am not the right person to come to about YouTube. You ask a 10-year-old, don't you? So I'm going to hand over in a moment to my son Dexter, who will explain how you can like and subscribe and share any of the videos. Please do. They help our business immensely. But also how you can get notifications every time Gagle or I upload more content, so you can get more free masterclasses to your inbox and not miss them. So thank you for bearing with me. Do come across, look in the description, the video link is there. What do you use what is Ylang-ylang Essential Oil good for? And yeah, go across and see what it's all about. I'll see you on the other side.
So you get your phone, you turn it this way up, and then there's a little red subscribe button. Turn it grey by clicking it, and then there's a little bell. Click that and press all, and at the bottom of your phone or tablet or computer it will say you will receive all notifications. And then there's a little hand with a thumbs up. Click that, it'll turn it blue and it says added to your liked videos, and there will be comments, and if you want to you can send a comment and say like hi's to Mum and Gagle, and then the link to the next video will be in the description below underneath the video. So bye.